Britain is waking up on Friday the 21st of August, 2026 to a completely different weather map. After weeks of heatwave weather, the Met Office update issued at 4 a.m. says rain and thundery showers could develop across the south, then spread north later in the day. Temperatures are near average, which might sound unremarkable, but that is exactly what makes this forecast significant. This is the day the fifth heatwave of the summer switches off. I want to explain why that matters well beyond deciding whether to carry an umbrella, because the first rain after a long hot spell changes how roads grip, how outdoor events cope, and how you should plan the next 48 hours. If you are traveling or working outside today, this is the forecast to take seriously. Let me break down the Met Office language carefully. The 4 a.m. update for Friday the 21st of August says rain and thundery showers could develop in the south, spreading north later. The word could is critical. This is not a single organized band of rain covering the whole country for hours. It is an unstable, showery setup, so some places will get a quick downpour, thunder, and gusty winds, while a town 10 miles away stays completely dry. Because temperatures are close to the seasonal average, the air is no longer hot enough to hold the very high moisture levels built up during the recent heatwave. When showers form, they dump that moisture fast. In practice, expect sudden localized bursts rather than all-day steady rain for most areas. That is why radar apps will look dramatic, but your actual experience may be sunshine, then a 10-minute soaking, then clearing skies. To understand today, you have to look at what changed earlier this week. UK weather guides were already warning on Monday the 17th of August that fresher air, rain, and thunderstorms were replacing the fifth heatwave of the summer. That replacement process is now fully underway. The pattern shift is driven by cooler Atlantic air moving in from the west, undercutting the warm and humid air left behind by the high pressure that dominated for weeks. When cooler, denser air slides beneath warmer air, it forces that warmer air upwards. Rising air cools, condenses, and forms towering clouds, which is the basic recipe for thunderstorms. This explains why a day with near-average temperatures can still produce thundery showers. The energy comes from the clash of air masses, not just from surface heating. It also tells you the relentless, building heat is done for now. What we are moving into is a more typical late August pattern. There is a second reason the forecast is hard to pin down by postcode, and it comes from the same heat that built up over weeks. The ground and lower atmosphere are still warm, so the atmosphere is primed for convection, which simply means pockets of air rising quickly. The south is the trigger zone first because the warmer, more humid air is still most available there before the fresher air spreads north. That is why the Met Office talks about showers developing in the south and moving north later. The risk is not just rainfall, but lightning, sudden gusts, and reduced visibility. This has a direct influence on when and where you travel. A journey that starts in dry sunshine in southern England could hit a sharp downpour within an hour. The atmosphere is essentially unloading the excess energy of the fifth heatwave in short bursts rather than one long storm. Now let us get into the travel risk that catches people out after a heatwave. Weeks of dry, hot weather allow oil, tire rubber, and dust to build up on roads. When the first rain arrives, that mixture becomes a slick film, making stopping distances much longer before the rain turns heavy enough to wash the surface clean. If you are driving on Friday, give extra braking distance, especially in southern areas where showers develop first. The RAC has been updating drivers on wet weather following the heatwave, and the standard advice applies: reduce speed in heavy spray, avoid sudden steering inputs, and use dipped headlights even in daytime downpours. Rail services are generally more resilient in a showery setup like this, but localized surface water can still affect signals or points, so checking your operator before leaving is worth the 2 minutes. Outdoor plans need a location-based approach today. The Green Man Festival in Wales has been building through the week, and the timing is awkward. Heavy showers moving across Wales can quickly turn campsites and car parks soft, so arriving early and parking on hard standing where possible will make life easier. Time Out's festival guide this week has been packed with set times and practical advice, but the weather now becomes part of the planning. In London, the weekend is busy with music, art, and theatre festivals, and major venues such as Wembley are expecting large crowds. Friday evening is the more vulnerable window for transport and queues. The saving grace is that this is not a return to prolonged rain. Pack a lightweight waterproof, check the radar an hour before leaving, and prepare for a short sharp downpour rather than a full washout. The outlook is actually encouraging for the weekend, and there is a clear meteorological reason for that. Friday will see further showers, some thundery, but the Met Office and RAC both signal that conditions become brighter and generally drier on Saturday. That clearing trend comes from the same Atlantic air causing today's instability. Once the frontal zone moves through, the atmosphere stabilizes, so showers weaken and cloud breaks up. Temperatures remain near average, which for late August is much more comfortable for travel and outdoor plans. If you can move a flexible journey from Friday evening to Saturday morning, you will likely get better road conditions, better visibility, and a lower chance of lightning delays. This is not a new heatwave building in, it is a reset to normal August weather. So the bottom line for Friday the 21st of August, 2026 is clear. This is a transition day, not a heatwave day. Expect thundery showers to build across the south and spread north, with temperatures near average and localized intense downpours. The first rain after a long hot spell is the most dangerous moment on the roads, so slow down and leave extra distance. Outdoor events should plan for short sharp bursts, especially in Wales and southern England. By Saturday, brighter and drier conditions should settle in, making the weekend the better half of this forecast. Check the Met Office radar first thing, then again before any evening travel, because this is a day where a few miles and a few hours can mean the difference between dry weather and a drenching.